We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother. What's happening?
What's good, bro?
Hey man, we on all kind of CP time out here today though, bro.
Yeah, but it's for good reason. I think you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm trying to get my stuff situated. You over here got stuff going on. Why don't you tell the people what's going on with you?
Yeah, man. So the the funny thing here for me, right, is that I'm sitting here running late primarily because Landon is playing basketball. It started basketball season, and there when I went there, I was originally planning to coach their team. And they fooled around, man. And they said, no, you know what? We good on coaches. I was like, all right, that's fine. You know what I'm talking about? So I was like, that's straight. So I took Landon on over here to practice and everything, right? So we get there and we start out. The gym isn't even open just yet, though, man. I was like, wow. So there's another coach that was there. And he's the only one that looks like he's a coach there. Well, it comes to find out that our team's coach, his kid made the basketball team, so he wasn't going to be able to coach. So because he wasn't going to be able to coach, they were just like, all right, well, what we going to do? And I'm thinking, like, listen here, timeout, Hoss. We've been ready to go ahead and do this coaching thing, me and my boy Courtney.
Yeah.
And so we had signed up originally, and he was like, man, I sure would appreciate it. So before, we probably lost like maybe a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes on just trying to get everything situated, just trying to figure out what they're going to do as a first practice. And so once we got that line on up, man, we jumped right into it, man, and had the boys into their drills, getting them to doing some fundamental stuff, though, man. And so it was cool that me and the homie was already there, and we were kind of already ready to go. So we was like, bet. So it's funny though, man, because I'm looking at the other players that are on this other guy's team, and I was like, all right, you know what? There's not really, I didn't see like no LeBrons out there, and this is rec ball, and so if there is a kid, it's probably going to stop right at about seventh grade, so it's for 11 and 12-year-olds at the start of the season, and some of these 12s look like they old 12s, right?
Yeah.
And I was just sitting here thinking, like, all right, well, you know what? How much better could they be than some of the other 12s who can hoop a little bit if they didn't make the middle school team, right? So the crazy part though is that we did get two kids who didn't make the middle school team, or who did make the middle school team. So I think at least those guys were probably two of the better guys. They were probably only, like, when I looked at the evaluation, maybe about five like people who I thought, oh, okay, yeah, they got it. And so we apparently had two of them, and so I'm wondering if that puts us at a disadvantage. But either way, though, man, you know, we straight though, bro. We'll see
That's
what's
what's
popping.
up.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about
and
you, though, man?
it ain't like you ain't experienced coach, so you know you can pull something out of them.
Oh yeah, I told most of the parents. I'm like, listen, I don't know what our team's gonna look like, considering that they got kids that are on the waiting list. So I had two guys that were already supposed to be on the team that isn't there, and then possibly no, actually, one didn't show up to practice, and I don't know if he was just if they knew it or not. And then we have a waiting list kid that was going to be there. So basically, we need probably four more guys out there, though, man. So
Yeah.
I told my parents, I was just like, hey, you know what, man, we gonna make it work. At the end of the day, I told them, I'm like, listen, I don't see no LeBrons out there. So how well the kids play together is really gonna determine if I told them, like, y'all got to tell me if y'all want to try to win this thing or if y'all just want to get better, which is cool either way. But if y'all ain't gonna have me out here losing my voice like Doc Rivers, if y'all just are not trying to win the whole thing, though, man. So
Yeah.
it's cool though, man. Real cool. So I'm glad that. And listen, my boy Courtney is who I'm hoping to join here in a little bit. He's actually running behind because he also had to leave from the practice. So yeah, man, it's lots going on here today, though, man. Lots going on.
Yeah, so of course I'm at my normal setup, but you can see the camera's a little bit different. I'm actually about to ride out. I got to go get the boy Deuce so that I can get him where he needs to be. And pretty excited. They just started basketball this week. He played his first game last night. They played the number 2 team in JUCO, and they lost by 23. But the thing was from what Deuce was saying, the same squad that they played against another team, and so he was saying like, nah, we came out swinging, we hit them in the mouth early. He knew going into it that some of the guys that he plays with, the lights were gonna be too big for him, and so this was an eye-opening thing to to play a caliber team like that on your first game. He was like, I wasn't nervous, which I thought I would be. So he's super excited and he's like, I'm we in this thing. So yeah, I'll get to actually see him play Thursday. So he's playing against Tari's old squad. They playing Seminole State. So be out there to go check him out and represent. So it's gonna be dope.
Well, I think this is still pretty dope and says something that he was able to at least recognize that like some of my guys, this might be too big for them, though, man. That's kind of mature of him to be able to pick that up, though, man.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, he going to his practice, I could see the same old, what typically happens when Deuce gets on a squad. The coach tends to lean toward him because his basketball IQ is so high. He's a likable kid, and then it's just he just understands the game, man. And so for him to give knowledge, because you immediately look at him, see how skinny he is, which you'd be surprised. He's actually picked up some weight.
He done buffed up out there, huh?
He done buffed up. The boy be out there practicing his earrings, be out there with his jewelry on. He be doing all of that, bro. He be getting busy. So you could tell, but he got some shooters on his team. He got some people that was actually signed at a point, so to like a D1, but ended up getting hurt. So yeah, it's dope to see him out there in that capacity and actually still thrive as what we know Deuce to do. So yeah, real dope.
That is very dope, man. I'm really hoping that probably with this basketball season here, man, that like now Landon and Blake, the homie Blake, all on the same team. So they have like the greenest of green lights here. And so I'm hoping here that they would be able to take advantage of the green lights and then kind of and really go, because I got a feeling that, bro, I'm going to need them to really, really turn up. Like they're gonna have to be the anchors of the team, though, man. So yeah, it should be dope, though, man.
Yeah, especially since Landon already been out there balling with the grown men. He better be pulling them grown man moves out on these little kids.
Yeah. So that's like I think I told you as well. My concern is that I don't want to see Landon play down to the level of competition, because we both had the conversation like, bro, all right, you out here playing with people my age regularly, and they ain't taking it before. I would, they would, oh yeah, I'm gonna let this kid open or whatever. It's like, nah, they're like, you got to earn all of them buckets, and he still get them. They just not as free like they was before, when people was almost like, oh, I'll live with him shooting that because he's a kid. But once that thing started dropping and they saw that shot was wet, they was just like, nah. And so I'm thinking like, all right, well, surely, man, if you can get them buckets against somebody who's 26 years old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, like, nah, I'm expecting for you to be able to go ahead and kind of force your wheel on and get some of these other ones up, though, man. So absolutely, bro.
100%, man. And I think that one of the they just gotta get.
All right, so listen, Holmes, you definitely do not appear to be. Listen, you definitely don't appear to be on that Atlanta Wi-Fi service on out there, because you was breaking up big time here.
Well, yeah, well, out here in Oklahoma, man, we done had some storms and stuff, and it's super duper cold, and so I just jumped off that Wi-Fi on that mobile service. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, let me ask you this though, man. Speaking of that, I mean, I think that it's interesting though, bro, because this weekend, thinking about recapping, there was Halloween this weekend. And I see that I just lost my dude altogether. But it was Halloween this weekend. And so I think that one of the things that was kind of interesting, I said before on the last pod, man, that I'm always interested in when I see the celebs and how they do it for the holidays, though, how the holidays for Halloween. And so I was I saw a couple of ones that stood out to me. I'm always interested to see what Tiana Taylor's gonna be wearing because I know that with her body, she's gonna pretty much wear something that's kind of risque. You know what I'm saying? Something a little sexy out there, though, man. And she didn't disappoint as well. Were there any Halloween costumes that you saw that stood out to you, though?
I mean, I saw a bunch of the basketball players that had outfits. I did catch like some people dressing like celebrities. I didn't really get to see some of the celebrity outfits though.
Yeah. So who did you see that you said, oh, that's dope, or that was hilarious?
I saw people dressed up like Cardi B when she was pregnant or whatever like that. I saw people dressed up like I seen people dressed up like Britney. So yeah, I mean, I just seen a bunch of people out there, like I said, dressing up like celebrities. I didn't really see, I'm always checking for the basketball players to see what they gonna do, but I didn't really see anybody that was just like over the. Oh, I seen somebody from the Bears, the running back. He had like a rocket outfit on. He had that whole little thing jumping off.
Yo, I'm not gonna even hold you. I was just about to say. I saw the girl Brittany Rowe dressed as Beyonce. I was like, okay, slay him a little bit, slay him, right?
Yeah.
But surprising to me though, bro, is that I saw the homegirl Madonna, who I was just like, yo, she did the whole Harley Quinn and was out here and look like she looked like she could have passed for 35 though, bro. I was like, yo, she just definitely got just I don't know how she just keep getting younger looking though, man. But Lord, yeah. She got it though, bro. I said, man. The one that I saw that was pretty funny though, man. I saw a dude who did a I always like Sierra's. I like Sierra stuff all the time though. I saw somebody who dressed up as a had a family. All of his family was dressed up as money and bags of money, basically though, man. And he was dressed up like an ATM. I thought that was pretty hilarious. I saw somebody who was dressed up like your boy. What's your boy Jackson? Somebody who was out there looking crazy with his girl out there, though, man. He ain't been seen since like most of this year, though, bro. You know what I'm talking about? What's the dude who usually does the little motivational speaking? Who always tries to tell women that it ain't their fault, it's the men's fault.
Oh, you talking about was it the dude that got caught up with the
Jackson, the one that got caught up with the girl?
Oh yeah, I don't know, bro. I ain't. Here's the thing, I didn't even know who that dude was until he went through the scandal.
No, I only saw him just because he pops up. It's everything. He pops up everywhere where people are basically just trying to he always would give this feedback to women. And the thing that made people mad about it is that it was like, bro, you trying to cater to these females out here without also stressing or pointing out accountability, right? And so I've been seeing this dude for like maybe 2 years solid, basically though. And then when that popped on up, it was just like, okay, bro, you really seem like a big hypocrite. Well, I saw somebody who posted that they looked like him and his wife when his wife was up there with the bonnet on, and he had his girl out there looking crazy though, man. So that was.
Now I remember the whole deal that happened, but like I said, I didn't know who he was until he went through that scandal though.
Well, it's funny too, man. Shout out to the homeboy, the boy Chris Top in here in the comments as well. But Chris was basically saying that Kevin Samuels replaced him, and it's funny because it's weird, man. I'm not sure where I sit with Kevin Samuels just yet, because there are some times where Kevin Samuels will say some real trill stuff though, bro. And when he says it, I'd be like, okay, I feel 100% where he's going. But I think that there are some people who absolutely hates him though, bro. And it's just because there are the times where he's going so left field or feeling so strongly about something that it just he's very much an extremist with his content. It's like either you really like it or you really hate it though, man.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you know, most people polarizing figures, they have that extreme. I mean, you even look at like Joe Budden, right? You got a lot of people that hate Joe Budden, but the people that ride with Joe Budden, they love Joe Budden. So it's kind of that. So yeah.
I know some people, I know somebody who almost like, he's like, Doc, I'm not going to sit here and say that Joe Budden can't do anything wrong, but they basically take Joe Budden's word as the gospel. Like, I mean, they was like, I'm not going to lie. They were like, I'm buying everything. So like, even when they fell out with his crew, like they basically stood by him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I think that Joe's right. And it was like, yo. So, but I saw somebody who did dress up like Kevin Samuels, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I cut you off.
It's funny because no. I was just gonna say it's funny that you say that because I know people that actually feel that same way about academics, and I actually was watching him and Van Lathan talk about some stuff, and so Van actually said like, nah, me and academics are friends, so I talked to him just like I would expect you to talk to me or how Chris would talk to us or whatever, and so he basically checked academics for the whole deal with, you know, because of course he don't like Roy and Mal, but the thing is that he drug Roy's fiance into the feud by exposing Roy chick away. And so then that came up or whatever in the actual interview, and Van was like, nah, I had to tell him, bro, like, nah, that wasn't cool at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, man, but I did see, but let me see, in terms of Halloween. So one of the things that I did see that was funny because I saw Brittany Rose say something about this as well. I don't know that Tristan Thompson was trying to do this, but I saw him doing an interview after the game and he looked exactly like Pop Smoke, bro. I'm talking about exactly like him, though. And I was just like, maybe he was just getting the braids, but everything about it looked exactly like Pop Smoke, though, bro. What is now? Usually for Halloween, you do a Halloween party. You know, you had the full 9 zone for the Marauders podcast. Great podcast, by the way, if you don't check it out. And you also had the Joker joint set on up. So what did you end up doing for Halloween?
So the Halloween party, which we did on the same night as our podcast, I go to every year, and I was Joker this year. And like I said, I didn't get a choice in costume. Only choice I had was the Marauders joint. And we all decided we was going to do Star Wars. And then it only ended up being 2 of us that made it on the podcast. But Charlie told me that I was going to be the Joker because she was Harley Quinn. And then it was funny because so Sarah was like, well, what am I going to be? And Charlie was like, I mean, whatever you want to do. Because,
whatever you want to be.
Right, because she already had it in her mind. It was me and Daddy. So then the crazy part was it was supposed to be just me and Sarah going to the Halloween party, but then we found out it was kid friendly. So then Charlie took it upon herself, like, oh, she was like, well, all right, mommy, we'll see you when we get back. And she was like, I'm going to the party too. Yeah, she was all about just me and her, bro.
Yeah, no, that's that girl divide the family on up over here, man.
Yeah, so we just ended up on actual Halloween. We just ended up going to a little trunk or treat joint that was out at one of the churches, man. It was done very, very well. They had everything decorated really dope. They had the Bible scriptures on with everything. And of course, you know, I knew they were going to have like the invites out there to basically, you know, hey, like if you like what we doing, why don't you come and be a part of it? Whoopty whoopty whoop. They had the fire department out there. They had like all the little petting zoo out there, which the petting zoo was super dope, bro. They had like goats, pigs, chickens, bunny rabbits, all of this stuff inside this little joint. Like they had it done really, really nice, man. And so she had a good old time. And as soon as she said, yeah, I'm getting a little cold, I was like, all right, we can bounce on out. So she got all the candy or whatever, and she was good. We went with the couple that I ended up marrying. We went and met them out there, and had a nice little old time, bro. So it was super dope. What y'all boys end up doing?
So this is great time, a great segue there, Segue King. So this Halloween, I got up with the homie Courtney, right? And what was real dope about it is that we always ride these boys. This is long running joke we have about we thinking. I told you we thinking about moving. If we move, it would likely be to Grayson, right? They already live in Grayson, right? And it's funny because it just they say we got this long running joke that everything is better in Grayson, and oddly enough, just right up the street from their house, they have you know how you have like the little sign that says, you know, welcome to whatever, right? So they've been over there now for maybe about a year, I believe, or so like that. They put the welcome to Grayson sign like right up the block from their house, though. So we never at the end of it. So sure enough, they got the fly neighborhood. They moved on over. They're very proud of my dude and them for doing that. They moved on over to Grayson, though, man. So their neighborhood is probably the neighborhood that we kind of, you know, we want to move into. So we got some low-key Snellville enviousness of their neighborhood, though, bro. So we went over there and we did the trick-or-treating over there in their neighborhood. And it was pretty cool because their HOA gave out signs and, you know, for the folks who were doing candy and everything like that. So that was pretty cool to get on there with them. But probably more than anything, I got the opportunity, man, for my dude he did the debut for the trailer for a short film that they're working on, Unwelcome to the Neighborhood. I see my dude waiting backstage in the green room here that I wanted to actually have to talk about this particular film because this is one that I got some PA credits on here at the last scene on over here though, man. But dope. And I'm hoping here that I will share the link to it on the Slash Brothers Facebook page as well, man. Once it's actually probably like immediately after though. Let me bring my dude in here, and I don't have none of my fancy works here, Ace. So I'll just give him my dude Courtney Davis.
Yo.
Creative.
What's popping?
What's going on, Court?
Hey man, everything.
Listen, man. So first off, though, bro, I mentioned here Halloween. Had a good time. And we saw the debut on Halloween of your first published trailer here, man. Tell me about that, though, man. Welcome to the Neighborhood.
Yeah, man. So Welcome to the Neighborhood is essentially about zombies that gentrify a neighborhood in Atlanta, right? So basically residents stop fighting their HOAs and they trying to fight for their lives. So it's about two black zombies that, you know, are gentrifying a neighborhood in Atlanta, and their neighborhood does not like it at all.
So two black zombies.
Two black zombies, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I thought was dope was that y'all played off the trope like the black people were moving in the neighborhood, and I mean it's in the trailer, so I ain't trying to spoil it, but
right.
I thought it was dope that the trope was looking like it was headed down that angle, and then you know you get the swerve, and of course for me, you know, being an artist myself and who also just recently put out a small short film or whatever you want to call it.
We go get to you. We go get to you.
I'm getting there. You ain't even let me finish my point. All I'm saying is when I was watching it, I was blown away by the details. Like I was listening to the sound design. I was looking at the cinematography. I was looking at the lighting. Like all of that stuff blew me away. And so I was extremely impressed and proud at the same time watching it. So no, yeah, it was dope. Can't wait to see more. But yeah, it was dope.
Now we appreciate that, man. This was like Charles said, we filmed the first part of it in October of last year, and then we had another part that we had to film, but then COVID, you know, and just like other productions just got pushed back so much. So, you know, this was our baby, and it's so good to finally have it out. And then now there's so much more that we have. It's just like we popped that cork, and everything else is coming after this, Bo. But I mean, we appreciate the love that everybody has shown us. And my partner wish she could be here. Shout out to my partner, Pasha B, who her and I created Real Creative Productions together. We've been working together about 4 years now, and we're just proud of what we've been able to do so far.
Well,
let me ask you this, Court. Go ahead.
I knew you was gonna say. I knew you felt. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you slide. Go ahead.
What's up?
No, I was just gonna ask. So I guess what I'm wondering is this all, or do you actually have the whole thing already shot, and you're like where you guys at in the process? I guess that's the question I'm asking.
You know, everybody and their mama is asking us that. All the comments, all the text messages. You just got to wait and see. We'll just leave it like that.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, though. You mentioned that Real Creative and your partner Pasha as well. Talk to me, and I know you've probably been asked this a zillion times.
Right.
But for my peeps that are watching this as well, tell me about how y'all came together for starters. I want to know how y'all came together to form your production company, because in Atlanta, filming is probably at the highest boom it's ever been. But then also how the film came together.
Yeah, so Pasha and I, we met through a mutual friend at church. I started writing stuff for our church. We used to do these productions, and they asked me one day that I want to write, and I didn't even know I had writing in me. This was before I knew I wanted to really be a filmmaker. And the writing just came very natural. And then they asked me to write more stuff. And then a mutual friend that knew Pasha was already trying to write a web series. And she was kind of trying to figure out how to do it. And so she pulled me into the fold. And it's like the first time we met, it was just, we clicked just like that. It was just like our visions automatically connected. And then I ended up writing majority of the web series. But this was before I really knew how to write, because for my filmmakers out there, right, there is a process you have to go through to write something. I didn't know that, and she didn't know that. I was just putting pen to paper. No, we didn't beat the story out. We didn't have a log line, none of that stuff. And this is industry jargon I'm talking and whatnot. But needless to say, you fast forward, we went to a writer's room here in Atlanta. Shout out to Sean Mathis Writer's Room. He helped us lay out the blueprint on how to start writing the correct way. Well, we kind of came up with the story in that class for Unwelcomed. And then we was like, well, shoot, we done wrote it. We might as well shoot it. And then you just kind of fast forward where, all right, now we figured out we want to be able to put out original content that we own and produce and shoot ourselves. Hence where Real Creative Productions was born. So that's how we started, and that's how we're going to keep going.
Now, let me ask you this. I like that you said that y'all trying to do it for the culture, right?
Absolutely.
And even with this, I thought that the spin on, things that are common in Atlanta, we see a lot of places, like on Unwelcome, you guys specified that this was a Black couple of vampires. So this is like, for starters, that's one thing, right? But then the whole gentrification, you got literally a Karen here as well, right?
Yes.
It's very conscious of culture, though, man. Is that something that we would expect to see from future projects where you have this emphasis on culture, Black culture at that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, no disrespect to any other culture, but, when we even try to cast, we're looking for Black actors and actresses and people to even work on our sets, right? So, and even in our storylines and a couple other things that we're working on right now, we just shot something this past Saturday that's gonna be really dope. It's a rom-com short that we shot that's gonna be coming out called Only Choice. But again, that's a Black cast there as well. So, we're just trying to come up with stories that are relatable to us. And again, no disrespect to any other culture, but we got a lane in our culture that we gonna ride.
I like that.
I don't think it's disrespect at all, because you look at, what Jordan Peele is doing in the industry as far as bringing our stories to light. So, and of course, obviously Tyler Perry has been doing that for years, but like you said, to have that lane. And the thing is that the culture is asking for it. Like, we like to see when we're doing our thing, and there's nothing wrong with looking out for us when we're doing these types of projects. So I definitely think that there's a lane for it and there's a market for it.
Right.
Well, I think that what I like about what I like about it is that I think that it's a lot of times, especially when it comes to the film industry, right? Until you started to see like the Halle Berrys and everything like that, not the Halle Berry, Scott Lee, but the Tyler Perrys.
Yeah.
But I think that there are very few times where you do see the normal the same recast, right, of black actors and everything like that. And so what I like about that is that you guys actually have found a way to put black people in a film in a way I've never seen. A black Vampire in Brooklyn is the only thing closest I've seen to a black zombie, aside from the black people that may be in Walking Dead. But I'm talking about just in terms of main stars. Vampire in Brooklyn is the closest I've seen to that whole, and maybe somebody out there has some that I'm missing, but since those black exploitation movies, Count Black, and I think that that's dope that you guys are telling a story that's from us, by us, but then it's featuring us as well, right? I don't see that, and I'm sure there are maybe others that are doing the same thing, but I don't see it. I think that just that standpoint alone is worth celebrating, though, bro.
No, we appreciate that. I mean, Passion are very intentional about our creative process, and we, once we learned how to really like create a story, I mean, if she was on here, she would basically back up my sentiment that we understand that our stories need to be told, and we can tell them in a funny way. We can tell them in a serious way. And we chose zombies for a reason, because we wanted to highlight that. And the thing that it is when you look at a zombie, you look at them as a scary figure, but in actuality, they're not all scary. All zombies aren't scary zombies, and all black people aren't scary either. So I just kind of leave it at that.
That's what I was gonna say next, was that I like the look of the zombies, because they don't have the traditional look of what you would think. Like when you watched not Army of the Dead, but that's in the same that's the prequel of the Zack Snyder joint. Those zombies look different from even the zombies off of Walking Dead, and then World War Z and all of those things. So I like the look of it because it was something different.
Yeah, they super clean.
Let me bring in. So I got my brother that we consult for all things related to black people. All things related to anything black. I got to bring my brother in here real quick one time. Chris Top, the bad guy. What's happening?
Good to see you.
Glad to have my brothers all on one view.
Hey, I was waiting patiently. I was very intrigued with Courtney. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see it. I am a horror fan.
Okay.
Right? I grew up with horror, and to take a spin on it. So to correct Charles, where he just said, "Hey, I don't remember any black horror," that's why he tagged me in. So Tales from the Hood was the first time you said,
that's a show.
Okay.
Shout out to Clarence Witherspoon, rest in peace.
Yes, man. They told good horror stories with a little black image. And with that being said, there's actually, I just found out because it's Halloween, there's 2 other Tales from the Hood. There's Tales from the Hood 2 and 3, and they're pretty good.
Never knew that there was a 2 or 3.
Hey man, and they're dope. Pretty. One of them brought in Emmett Till.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Well, I know that there is a movie. The only one that I know of, I think now, and I never saw it. There is a movie with Cat Williams and Snoop Dogg in it that is based off of a haunted house or something to that effect, though. Yeah,
Snoop Dogg did do his Bones. That was a different
Jimmy Bones.
Your Bone, yeah. And then
I think it's dope.
And then my last favorite show, they only gave it 1 season, Lovecraft Country. So I'm very excited to see what Courtney did. Man, I'm very excited. I don't want to talk nothing else about it except I love where you met your people. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
tell me this though, as a creative, right? And we talked about this, but I think that I would love for other people to hear this, right? As a creative, knowing that all of everything that you poured into this project, right? And now it's out. Talk to me about the relief behind the finality that it is there for the viewing, bro.
Yeah, it feels really good because when you know what you're supposed to be doing and then you start walking in that and then you actually finish something and then put it out, it's a feeling that you can't even describe. And I know I'm trying to describe it now, and I know again Passion will feel the same way because we on this journey together. But it feels really, really good. But at the same time, now it's on to the next.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask, have you sent it to any film festivals? Are you trying to get it viewed? What's going on?
Yeah, so right now we are going to there's a couple people that have reached out that want to see more. As you said, a lot of people are asking what they want more. So a lot of that is kind of up in the air right now. And again, we're new to this, right? So I'm not going to act like we have all the answers to this.
I love your humble. I love your humble. I love it.
Yeah. So we're new to this, right? I mean, there's so many things in this industry that we still don't know, and we've learned a lot of lessons along the way. So, and as we're also seeing too in Atlanta, like this world of film is getting smaller and smaller. So, like the contacts that we met a couple years ago, like, man, I would like to work with that person. At some point, I'm probably going to be working with that person, or this person knows a person that I was on set with on Saturday that I'm just like, well, man, this person's doing big things. It's starting to get smaller and smaller as you put yourself out there. And it's a scary feeling to do it, but man, we walking in what I'm supposed to do. So the fear is slowly but surely releasing itself. But again, it's on to the next, right? So now it's like, all right, now the next project, like I said, we shot something on Saturday. We're tentatively going to shoot something in December. You know, our goal is to put out about 3 to 4 projects a year. It's an ambitious goal, but we can do it because now we're laser focused and ready to roll. So, man, we're real creative, man. That's what we do.
I think that what I love, bro, is that I can relate to that mainly from the standpoint that that Ace and I, we typically talk about this all the time, like from a music perspective. You put out a project and you've spent a year putting out this project, right? And once it's there, it's so much of a microwave consumption, high consumption industry that you put it out. And regardless if it's good or not, it's like you immediately get, well, what's next? Well, when's the next thing? A month later, what else you got? You know, so now this is the thing. Now that you guys put that on out and people are aware that you put out quality projects, somebody gonna be looking like, hey, that clock on. When is that next one coming? I need that though, man.
Yeah, and we understand that, but we also are not going to rush projects either. You know, we are all about high quality. You know, so we, as you can see on what we did, like, even in the editing process, it took us a little bit of time, but something's coming next. But it's going to be quality, and that's what we want to do.
Dope.
Trying to do too much over here.
Is that you with the echoing going on?
I was doing too much. Hey, I was over here trying to be a producer, doing too much.
I was about to jump on the mod. I'm like, Mod, you got us on Bluetooth over there.
That was me. That was all me.
I'm a professional. I know how to put my stuff on mute when I ain't talking.
Really? You gonna be a professional? You know what? You better be glad there's a new brother on the cast that don't know how bad I really can be.
Hey, so listen, so let me ask you this though, Court, and I know that you and I, since we just wrapped up practice and we got kids that are getting ready to go to bed on this side since we did the show later.
Right.
The next, you said that you guys are looking to do another project in December. I know how long that editing takes, this rom-com that y'all are doing now. Talk to me real quick about that one, and when would we be able to expect to see that one dropping?
Yeah, so it's called Only Choice, and it's essentially about a couple that they're together. They're a young couple. They buy a car together, but then they break up, and they have to share this car. And so it's a little bit of funniness in it with some, you know, with a love story too and whatnot. We just, like I said, just wrapped on Saturday. So we got to get it into post and all of that. So that would probably be out. I would probably say maybe early spring, I would say.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, maybe somewhere around. It could be before that, but it's a springy vibe on that, and that's
Right.
also too. You got to understand timing. Hence
Yeah.
why we drop Welcomed on Halloween. So there's a timing thing to that as well. But I would say maybe early spring on that to drop that will fit just right.
Yeah. I told y'all, I'll put it out there again. Gotta let me know if y'all need me to come through and go Denzel, man. I got a couple of good lines in me that I can give you though, man. And then that's about it though, man.
No,
Ace over
I'll call your agent.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be posting that. Let me ask you. I know that you've posted it for sure from your Instagram page as well.
Yeah.
Tell me, when is it gonna be available on YouTube as well?
We'll probably look to do that this week for sure.
All right, I got the clip as well. I'm gonna try my best to load it from my page as well here as well. So that way we can go ahead and get that on out there as well. Though, man, listen, if my rounds of applause,
I'm going to share it, and you're going to have 5 new followers. I got 5 faithful followers, and they whatever I say, they do. Now,
right,
2 of the followers are me, but they don't matter.
They don't matter.
5 faithful followers.
No, we appreciate that. Yeah, for those that are out there on Instagram, it's Real Creative. Oh, there it is. It's Real Creative Productions. REELKREATIVE. Real Creative Productions on Instagram.
That is dope. That is dope. People,
yeah.
Let me give a round of applause right quick. Let me see if we might be back. Let me keep doing this rounds of applause.
Appreciate that.
And listen, I forgot to mention as well. This is talking about how things link on up. Now, so my girl Brittany Rowe is out here. She's an actor as well in the comments. She got a couple of movies here that she's gonna be in here that's gonna be dropping some key roles here as well, though, man. So I might have to see about getting y'all to do something to make that connection there, man. That makes sense there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All day.
I got 1 or 2 sneaky peeks too in Atlanta, but we gonna talk offline because I don't know if they like me all the way. I might give Charles Day information to call you because I make enemies. It just happens. But I do know some good people down there.
Welcome to the neighborhood. I'll be sharing that with you as well. Love to get your feedback on it. Like, comment, share it if you love it, though, man. Courtney Davis, my brother from another mother, man. I appreciate you, though, man.
Salute to y'all, boys. Appreciate the love on here, man.
Absolutely,
Court.
All right, peace, y'all.
Be easy, man. That's my dude, man.
Yeah, hey, Charlie V.
Yeah.
So I hinted at it on Friday.
Yep.
That I said this is what's the best thing that I've seen this week, and I also said there's gonna be something that comes later that I can't really quite talk about.
Facts.
For Halloween, I dropped the joint in the woods. What was your take on it, sir? Also DM'd Chris Top on it. What were your thoughts?
Listen, bro,
you were completely dark.
I was in the dark. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that this thing even existed.
I was mad you wasn't in it for a minute. I didn't know what was going on. I said, where's the chief?
No, didn't know anything. Listen, you're talking about for somebody who tells each other everything, right? Yeah. Didn't know about this one. So this was crazy. I didn't even get the notification that it was out there, and it until like 4 or 5 hours afterwards, he was like, "Oh, okay, you finally checked your boy on out." I was like, "Well, hell, if you would have told me it was coming, then I would have checked for it earlier." But listen, so with that said, though, man, I absolutely loved it. Right, I like the things that you and William Brown, the director, I like the combination that y'all are when y'all put projects together, those little mini projects. I think they're fire, though, bro. It's right up there with the one. Although if I'm 1,000 with you, my favorite is the one where he had you tied on up and he was knocking you. That one was my favorite one. This one is under that one, but I like it still, though, bro.
It's go ahead, Chris Top.
I loved every bit of it, and I know I loved it because I said, "Ooh, I want to be." It takes a lot for me to be like, "Ooh, give me something to do." And when I seen it, I said, "Oh my God, I could be somebody could pick him up." Like, what you doing out here with these Cowboys? I'm so excited. There was so much I couldn't wait for more. I was mad that it ended. I was like, wait, no, I need some more. Hey, you did a great job. You did a great job. I just did. I had to post because I didn't know if you were releasing it. I was ready to share it. I said, I ain't gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna call it first. So, hey, man.
What I did enjoy about it, I like the fact that the conversation was there, because I talked to my mom and I talked to a couple of people who was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that ending. Like a lot of people really thought somebody was going to capture me in the woods.
Yeah.
So there was, I like the fact that it sparked conversation, but the thing is that it goes back to what me and Charles talk about all the time, right? Because people saw it and they was like, oh man, I'm about to go check out your new song. And I'm like, bro, this was just a promo for the song that's been out there since my birthday.
Come on, man.
That's out of sight, out of mind, though, man. And I think that's one of those things. It's like, so I think that the thing that about that, right? It's one of I talked to. We had the homie Rocky the Real on, and one of the things that we was talking about is that support, right? A lot of times, man, you'll find that people who you think that should support you the most and would just know something like that, right? It's like if somebody saw that, if they really rock with you, right, they would know, oh, this is a promo for my joint. My dude just put this one on now, whoop-de-whoop, right? And I think for somebody to still be like, oh, I gotta go check out your new song. Now that makes me want to jab slap somebody, bro.
No, but it's all the same. It's relighting the fire.
It is. And that's
I buy CDs. I don't buy singles, right? So I buy a single, and somebody say, "Oh my God, have you heard the new Outkast?" I say, "What? That ain't new. I mean, it's on the CD. It's just how it props, how it hits to people's ears. Not everybody sees it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think you did a good job. Relight the fire. And again, it will always be better if you put cockaroo in it.
Yeah. It was actually a really fun project. The fact that we were able to put it together so quickly, because we shot it the Wednesday before Halloween and was able to get it edited and put out for Halloween. So kudos to Brown for getting it done so quickly. And it was such a fun project, and it originally was supposed to have Justin back in it, the dude that was beating me up in the first one. We wanted to kind of make it an annual thing, but he was actually involved in something to where he was doing some other stuff, so he was actually busy. So we were able to make that thing work, man, and I'm so grateful that everybody got a chance to see it and share it, and like I said, the conversation is what I always love. And then, of course, like you said, Chris Kopp, to re-spark that fire on a song that kind of needed some more legs. So it was dope.
Brittany Rose said, you still buy CDs? Said, they still sell CDs?
Listen, Brittany. Yeah, you better be glad I love you. But I don't appreciate it. I buy CDs and Ma gets mad at me. He says, Chris, I don't. I say, man, send me such CDs. He says, Chris, I don't do CDs. So you better send me some CDs. I'm very old school. I do not trust the internet. I had bought Apple one time and downloaded some stuff. I'm getting better, y'all. I don't even cuss as much. And then my computer crashed and I didn't get it back. I had to rebuy it. So, yes, I will take y'all to my bedroom one time and I will show you. I have a wall full of CDs. I still go and buy it. Only my favorite. They got to be my favorite CDs now. Got to be E40s, Devin the Dudes.
Where the hell do you play them at?
Where? In my car? In my house? Don't make me pick this computer up and show you my.
No,
I still have stereo in my house. I ain't playing with you.
I didn't know that new cars have CDs in them.
First off, if you're like me, the guy that sells me my cars literally says, Chris, don't worry. We took out all the Bluetooth, all the new technology, and we put in the old whatever. Oh my God. They do that for me. Yes, that's what I buy. My new Bronco has a CD player. It plays MP3s that actually play CDs. You know what I'm talking about? Remember when you put the.
Let me tell you what's funny. So what's funny, right, is that I remember before I bought my truck that I have now, I had my Durango. I had it for years. I had this Durango for about 15 years overall, right? And so when I bought the Durango, it was right before they started making the aux standard, right? So I never had the aux, and I only had CDs. So that also meant that I missed the aux for probably 4 or 5 years where that was the standard, and then Bluetooth after that. So it took me for a long time. I remember when I used to make beats, right? And I used to have to buy 100-pack of CDs to burn the beats to and put them in the car to do the car test to see if the beats were snapping, if I need to turn stuff down. And so, yeah, man, I completely missed Bluetooth altogether. But records, though, I think that's dope. I think it's dope to have the vinyl.
Records are the worst because they're huge and they don't travel well. I take you all back to house party when they were scratching it up, trying to load up the car with all the records. So, with that being said, records is cool now, Brittany, for your little generation. But, yeah, but Ace, your kids is gonna want my CDs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ace, I think that overall though, bro, I think that it was dope. I was, like I said, I loved the fact that I was genuinely surprised by it. I think more than anything though, bro, I think that it was dope.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like you said, I do tell you everything. I mean, you know about projects well in advance, and the fact that it was like, all right, I want to do something for Halloween. I kind of want people to kind of know when I'm doing stuff, and they know. I mean, like you said, you've seen the first one, you knew what the twist was going to be, and the fact that people didn't see the twist coming in this one, I thought it was dope. And Mark Nurse. Mark knows everybody. I appreciate that, bro. On the Thriller vibes, man. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I'm so glad that I was even able to surprise you because, like I said, we work so closely together. It's hard to sneak something in to be able to be like, here we go.
I'm surprised that you didn't know neither.
Didn't know about it. So I was genuinely surprised, but also love the content though, bro.
Appreciate it.
Have y'all covered all y'all subjects? Because I literally got on here for one reason.
What's the reason you jumped on Pimp Juice? The only thing we wanted to talk about was these trades that didn't happen and the ones that did happen. I was expecting to see a lot of people moved around, and I didn't.
Get that. I'm going to let y'all get that because I got something I need to ask y'all that I'm not familiar about. So let's talk trades, and if we got time.
No. Since you brought it on up, let's do it. What you got?
Well, I hate to do this to the public. Hip Hop Miami. My girl watches Hip Hop Miami. And
loving Hip Hop Miami.
Yeah. Loving Hip Hop Miami. It said somebody's wife has business that helps young black women be proud to be black, be curvy, and so forth. That on Hip Hop Miami, though, she talked to the black ladies and even the I think she's Dominican, the Latino lady, the black lady with Afro. Yeah, beautiful. Asked them for some support, but she didn't ask Noriega's wife. And Noriega's wife was very offended, very upset. She didn't get asked to help promote black women. And from what I heard, I have not seen this, guys. I don't watch this. I'm just going off of what my baby tells me. She told her, hey, I tried it in the beginning, and the people that I was helping actually told me, hey, when do we get our own time to shine? Like, why do we have to include everybody every time we talk about us? So I was curious if either one of you gentlemen or Brittany, I see you, what do you guys feel about it? Because I hadn't seen it, but when she was telling me the story, I did what I do when I talk to y'all too. I take over and I just tell my opinion off what I just heard. So before I give my opinion, I'm curious.
I'm not sure if I follow along.
Okay. Some rapper's wife. And I don't want to do
Noriega. I know Nori.
Noriega. No, she's the catalyst in the story. So one of the rappers' wives, and I don't want to dismiss the show lady, but I don't watch the show.
Right.
She has a community where she supports, and it's called CCC, 3 C's if I'm not mistaken, Curvy Curly Color, something like that.
Okay.
And she asked some of the African American people to help support her in this next conference or whatever she got going on.
Okay.
Let me see. I mean, feel like somebody put up what Brittany just said, please. And then and that's what it was. She was the Latino lady, Noriega's wife. I think she's Cuban. Was very upset that, oh my God, I feel like you're excluding us, and that's the problem with America. What about us? What about us Latino women? I'm married to a black man. Shouldn't I be involved in this too? My children are considered black. Why can't I be a part of it?
Okay, so I got a question. I kind of, so in order for me to answer that, and I do. Okay, it's Ace Hood. Okay, we're making some sense now. There we go. All right, now it's making sense. Okay, but in order for me to answer that, right, I gotta ask. Okay, it's not. It wouldn't sway my opinion, but I would also want to. I have a counter question. It's to me. Let me ask you this: can you be pro-black if your significant other or your wife isn't black?
I think you can.
So you can be pro-black and date somebody who's white.
I think. Remember about 5 years ago? Remember we got kicked out that one pro-black group because we.
Oh yeah. We did get kicked out of that group.
we supported the black dude that married a white girl. Remember he was on the calls. They was beating him up, and we.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
And kicked us out.
Ace wasn't in there. Ace wasn't.
No, it was just me and you
for some reason. Okay,
that was
so
just
no. I wasn't in it, but I will say I think you can be. I just think that person will then be supportive of certain aspects that you look at through that lens.
Okay, right. So let me take a step back and to tell you about this. So we joined this somehow. I don't know how we even found out about it.
It was after Trayvon Martin. It was like black babies was being killed, and we was trying to do something.
Yes, man. So we joined this. This all black. Black on black, hardcore black on black with no exceptions. It was black. And so a lot of the stuff that they was talking about was some real, trill stuff and everything like that, right? And we was on that time though, man. And then it came up about something about this black woman who was dating this white guy, and immediately, right? I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, well, you know what, man, yeah, but they was like, yeah, we don't do the swirl in here. And we was like, wait a minute.
We was accused of marrying white women.
We was accused. They said, what are y'all, some white women lovers in here? And I'm just sitting here. We was like, wait a minute, right? Wait a minute. Because, I mean, here it is. Like, at the same time, I'm sitting here thinking like, one of my best friends in the whole wide world is married to a black woman. One of my other black friends and the best friends in the whole wide world is married to a white woman. So I was like, yes. And my dude Ryan, he's as blackity black. So I do as well. But I can understand though, right? At the same time, while I don't feel that way, I can understand why someone who would say, I don't think that you could be pro-black and date outside of your race. I see where they come from with that mentality, even though it's not mine. But at the same time, I say that long-winded answer to say that I can see why Nori's wife would say, what, you saying that because I'm not black, that I couldn't support or give you the kind of support for this because I'm not black? And that's why I wanted to parallel dating outside of just getting the kind of support anyway.
So I'll say this again. I did not see it. I'm taking it word of mouth. There might have been some things that I'm leaving out. So I'm going to give you my opinion on this situation just to see if I'm still the righteous bad guy that I am. My whole thing was young, thick, curvy black girls with nappy hair have been excluded from life from a long time. And now they get somebody that wants to give them attention. And when we go to give them attention, they say, well, what about these people? And Dr. Claude Anderson taught me, we got to stop taking care of everybody else. We got to make sure we take care of home first. So when she first told me about it, I hear it. It's America. We want diversity. We want everybody included. But we also have to take care of home. I'm not going to shoes and clothes your child before my child has shoes and clothes. And I think that's kind of the sentiment that from the way I heard it. And I say every once in a while, us as African-American people, we have to remember who we are before we include everybody else. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's the way I heard it. And I do understand, like Brittany said, well, I couldn't get an invite. I can't even come to the spot. I say that to say I did not see it. I don't know what she was invited to do. I went on and said, well, did she want to participate? Did she want to talk? Or did she just want to be there? I didn't know. And Tina doesn't watch it enough to answer the questions. But the reality is, if I want to open up an organization for young Black boys, do I have to say young white boys and Mexicans are invited? Or should I say, no, this is for young white boys? And if I get a young white boy and a young Mexican boy that comes in that needs help, I'm going to take care of them, but I'm not advertising.
I think this is my take on it. I think it depends on the relationship that they actually have to begin with. The thing is that, like she was saying, if she's married to a Black dude, she's also a minority, and her kids are Black, then, you know, the thing is that you can still be supportive and come to the events. If, you know, like you were saying, if you started an organization like that, I can still have allies that don't necessarily have to be the face of the organization because they are becoming allies. But like I said, I think it depends on the relationship that they have in business or whatever the case may be beforehand. Because if this is somebody that you consider a friend and you know that they have Black kids, then I don't know, maybe the invite was warranted.
Here's my take on that though, Chris Top. I look at it like this. The thing that I understand where you come from with that, right? But I think at the same time, you can't extend the invite to the barbecue to somebody who's not Black, but then also not extend the invite for support, right? So to me, that's like me saying one of my best friends who I care for very dearly isn't Black, he's white. And I'm talking about white. My dude Chad is white, right? He just listens to Screw, right? And he's married to a Black woman. But listen.
Time out, Charles. You know where I'm from, right?
I understand that, but and I get that
completely. I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. But
my bestest friends, some of my bestest friends is white.
He listens to Screw. That's why he's different from all the other white boys. Your friends don't listen to Screw, not Chocolate Screw.
But my friends are the ones that turned me on to Wu-Tang when I was a kid. But that's neither here nor. All I'm saying is your Chad ain't better than my Chad because my Chad.
I don't know. My Chad's from Texas and yours isn't.
I'm from the show me, homie. We done been here. We done did this.
Okay, but listen. But here's the thing. But I guess my thing is right. I feel like if I was having something that was pro-Black, if I didn't invite Chad, then I would understand if Chad felt some kind of way to me. Like, bruh, you mean to tell me I've been riding and you can't because of this? Like, because no, like so the same way I would expect for him to support me on anything, like he doesn't get excluded for the Black things because I would want him to support me, period. So for that reason, I do understand why Nori's wife, if she felt like no, don't invite me because, or don't disinvite me or not invite me because I'm not a minority.
Unqualified agreement. So what you and Ahmad both just did, you said, hey, it depends on their relationship. So the little bit that I do know, and Nurse is down here giving us more information. This is the organization she had before she got on Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
It just now they put the camera on her. Hey, what you doing? This is what I'm doing. Right. And since I'm here, let me grab y'all. You know, so they say this is the organization she had before she was on the show. So with that being said, I don't know you like that. Now, my answer to Tina was, if she was black involved, like I assume, she wouldn't need an invite. So I say that to say, one of my favorite uncles, my Uncle Judge, is married to my aunt. My Aunt Donna is the whitest white. She's from Iowa. But Aunt Donna goes to every cookout. She don't need no invite. You see what I'm saying? My homegirl, Sonya Tucker, she, dude, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I guess they can read the room. Like, it ain't even about the invite. Are you here to support or not? It's, you know what I mean? So I think we're all saying the same thing. I think this,
I tried to tell you though, bro.
I ain't worried about y'all. Look here, man.
Bro.
I've been to Texas. Have you been to Missouri?
Yes.
Where'd you go in Missouri?
I went to St. Louis.
Yeah, that don't count. I'm on the other side of the state. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna get you there. Don't even trip. I got something planned. I got something planned for you. Ahmad's been there. He's like, oh, I never expected Chris to come from somewhere like this.
And it's funny that you said that your folk Donna is white as white, and you say Iowa, because to be quite honest with you, when you tell me somebody's the whitest white, I think of Iowa usually, bro. It's like outside of the South, like if I'm not thinking about Southern white women and somebody say, oh yeah, no, she's white, then I'm thinking she's from Iowa or Nebraska, bro.
Hey man, and you gotta understand, I'm from St. Joseph, Missouri. For all the bony bad guy fans, look up St. Joseph, Missouri. I mean, it's a great cesspool of a town, man. And so, like I said, you got one Chad, I got five. Like I got. Like I say, you can go to my page right now. Look up Jason Mulvaney. That he's the OG. He's not my homeboy. He's my cousin. He's my big cousin's homeboy. Which in turn, I tell you, we got generations.
All of my Chads listen to Chopped and Screw, bro.
Man, first off,
so if you can't tell me yours, listen to Chopped and Screw.
They don't listen. We don't listen to Chopped and Screw. You know what we do? We get thizzle. Where I'm from, we do the thizzle dance. Y'all do Chopped and Screw. We get thizzle. You know what I'm saying? So again, don't compare your Texas ODing to what we do. You know what I mean? It's okay, but they're tapped in. That's all that really matters. Facts. Y'all answer my question. Let's go on to the next subject, because it's not going to be Missouri versus Texas.
Yeah, that is a good question, though, man. I think that from the standpoint of where I feel, though, bro, I just think that to me, if for her, if she was like, I don't really rock with you like that.
Oh, she was nice to her, though. She tried to explain to her. Now, again, this is all secondhand. She said no. She talked to her on 2 different occasions and explained to her, hey, I did, when I first opened this organization up, the core audience I was trying to reach was offended. So, but not offended. I mean, it kind of turned them off. So if I'm searching for these people, facts, but I put out a wider net, they say, oh, I know y'all ain't talking about me, because you're never talking about me. You got to remember who she's representing. These people that haven't been seen. You see what I'm saying? Hence why she went and got the Black Latino girl. And then, hey, wait. And then, like I say, I got to go back and watch this show. Because she says, well, the reality is, a girl was on my neck back in the day. This is the Afro chick, the Dominican chick, the beautiful one. She's so beautiful. Yeah. She said she was on me in the beginning when she said I was changing my eyes and wasn't wearing my natural hair. She was on my neck. So that just tells you who Ace Hood's wife is. No. I'm here. I'm representing the culture for the little girls that look like me. And all I'm saying is, are we allowed today to go ahead and put up a flag? It's like, hey, I love everybody, but this is where I stand. You see what I'm saying?
I think so, man. I think that you can. I think that a lot of times, though, man, it's like, you know, it's so that, but today, though, man, like we talk about this all the time, though, man, because this generation nowadays, people are so sissified, though, bro, that everybody thinks that inclusion is the standard, like it's the way. So a lot of times sometimes you want to be exclusive because your purpose is exclusive, and I think that you should be able to and allowed to do that without getting flack from the folks who say no inclusion. What about everybody? What about it's the argument that that people say about cancer, right? It's like on Breast Cancer Awareness Month. People say, oh, well, what about thyroid cancer? What about us? There's other kind of cancers as well. So I don't know, man. You should be able to have a cause that you believe in that means well. Right. Black Lives Matter. What about all lives matter? Get out of my face with that.
And to the sentiment of that, I have good friends. My Chad friends was literally, they came to me because we're friends, and they said, Chris, man, it just sounded like blacks' lives were the only lives that matter. I said, that's more you than it is me, bro. You heard something that wasn't there. And that's kind of what it is. Every once in a while, I think, like I say, I'm a father of black girls. So, of course, I'm going to try to encourage them to be a girl. Right. I'm going to encourage them to be an American girl. But then I'm also going to encourage them to be American black girl. And then I'm going to encourage them to be American black girl that happens to be the daughter of Boney. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, there's so many things. So at the end of the day, if I throw a party that are for the girls that are just for Boney, nobody else is getting an invite. You see what I'm saying? Unless you want the crew to clean up or serve, because this is what we're doing. However, I thought I was being I was like, but am I the old dinosaur? Am I the old guy in the room? Am I the guy that would have kicked us out of the conversation? You know what I mean? Because you say, well, can I bring my little girl? She feels like she's bullied. She feels like she's not somebody. And the reality was, I'm thinking to myself, no, if you understand what the message is and you think this little girl, this little Mexican girl, this little white girl, this little any girl needs the support, bring her. I'm pretty sure she'll be included.
Mark, you got to send me that. Listen, I got to be honest with you. I don't watch them enough, the Love and Hip Hops. Yeah, I don't. And the odd part about it is it seems to me they seem too scripted. That's the reason why they don't. Yeah, so I love.
But when I heard it, so the only reason I really listen, because like I said, I'm not a big fan of Ace Hood, but I appreciate who he is. And then Noriega, he's from our generation. So I said, wait, you just mentioned two names that don't seem Hollywood to me. You're right, you know what I mean? Like I didn't even know they was down there. Last time I turned on Love and Hip Hop Miami, Trick Daddy and Trina was arguing, and I was like, this is not for me. You know what I mean? So when she happened to bring it up, and she knows what gets my interest, she brought the topic up. She said, hey, how do you feel about this? And I hear everything. Like, no, I can hear how Noriega's wife was like, nah, hold up, pimp. I'm not black, but I'm right next to it. Like, hey, when your mama's in the kitchen boiling potatoes, I'm the one rinsing them. Like I'm right here with y'all. And to that, all I said was, if that's who you are, you don't need an invite.
Facts. I see it, man. I look at this, man. I think that all things can be true. All things can be true.
I don't like two minorities going against each other. Yeah. Yep.
Hey man, listen, I'm gonna be honest. That's one of those things that'll drive me crazy. Is seeing two minority groups going at it like one's better than the other, because I'm like, listen, they don't rock with y'all either like that.
Right. And like I said, the platforms that both of them are on, be it the Cuban community and the black community. I guess I don't like. I appreciate the conversation. Let's clear this up. I appreciate the conversation, but it's on national TV.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's what kind of messes me up. Like, is this really for the cameras? I think they could have had this conversation, had the fight, and rolled it out, and things would be better.
But listen though, man. Listen, if the show is authentic, I think that
exactly.
Have the conversation where it's at. Yeah, I can appreciate it being right then and there. If that's right. When the conversation was there, and let's just say if it just so happens that it's captured on camera, then I like that.
And like I say, let's clear this as we went through it, because Noriega was kind of like, wait, what? Oh no, baby, Noriega supported his wife, but he also, he this is just in the conversation I'm having with T. I'm paraphrasing a conversation I had about something I never seen. Ain't that the best?
Yeah.
And, you know, and Tina said, no, Noriega had her back and understood what she was saying, but at the same time was trying to explain to her, you know, like, you know, but this is this. Explain how you feel, you know. And again, I when I get off here, I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it.
I might have to catch that though, just for this conversation though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was just dope. It was dope to me. It was a very dope exchange. You know,
Yeah.
I think it goes back to healing all these so-called races. For all the Slash Brother fans out there, bad guy does not believe in races. I do not. I don't think there is a race. I think there's cultures, but I think there's only one race, the human race, and I think everything else is culturally related. So if you want to be a young white lady that says, "Shit, I'm black," go ahead, sis. You better prove it. But you know, you better prove that you're part of the culture. So if I quote Color Purple and you don't laugh, I'm kicking you out. It's gonna clear that up.
Oh, so listen, listen, you got to get on TikTok, bro.
Why?
There is a guy who is the official person that invites other races to the barbecue, to the cookout. And it's hilarious though, man. And I'm when I come across him, I'm gonna send you some of his videos. And the wild part about it though, bro, is this dude has like this weird afro haircut. He speaks with a British accent, but he looks like he could be Afro samurai, bro. It's hilarious though, man. But yeah.
Ain't that it though? Like the Chads of the world, they get in where they fit in because they don't care about race. They understand the culture. You know what I'm saying? They understand what it is. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to back your little cousins off and beat him up. You know what I mean? Because he understands the culture. You see what I'm saying? When you come here, there's certain things that you might do at your home that could offend this home. Period.
Yeah, we might have to listen. I wanna watch this one though, bro, and we might have to revisit this conversation on Friday, man. I wanna peep this one though. I'm curious now.
Friday. Let's do next Tuesday.
We'll figure out.
I'm being Columbus. I'm doing a gala. I got some things going on, man. I'm somebody. You know what I mean? I'm blowing up out here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, well listen, we did get a chance, and we probably won't now. We way over what we were thinking here as well, though. But we got to circle back on that one. Maybe do that for Tuesday. We did get a chance to get into these trades because the boy Aston just dropped on over here, though, man. So I'm assuming that he's somewhere out in Oklahoma that don't got good signal or something. Well, listen. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. Every episode is streamed from both platforms. Every time, listen, shout out to my boy Courtney Davis and the good folks over at Real Creative. Again, I'll be putting his short film, the trailer for that, on my personal page, but of course on the Slash Brothers Facebook page as well. Shout out to my brother Chris Top, the bad guy, for sitting in with your boy as well. Listen, man, if we were all set on up like we typically would, I will be playing the outro music. But on that note, we just out of here, man. So we'll holler at y'all. Peace.
No trades?
Hey, no, we get into the trades probably on Friday, man.
All right, yeah. Hey, look, that ain't my line.
Yes, sir. But listen, by Friday, though, I am going to need you to speak on behalf of what these Chiefs is looking like out here in these streets.
We won last night, barely.
To the Giants. Listen, I'm mad because the Giants beat my team, right? And I didn't have expectations for my team. But I expected for
I watched your Saints too.
We're gonna get into that. No, listen.
Squeak one by, man. Chill out.
Save that. We're gonna
talk about it. You know what? I'm calling you after we get off here, man. Don't ever bring up my Chiefs with disgust. I mean, we 4-4. Man, get out of here, man. Play the outro, man. Now I'm emotional.
No outro music. Peace out, y'all.
All right, man. Love y'all.